Ohio, my swordlings! What's up? Today's video is gonna be philosophical and mind-opening to a lot of you, especially new followers and you low-ranked swordlings. This is something that has been on my mind for a while now. So grab your snacks, open your minds and your chakra flow, because you're in for quite a ride. So, what defines anime? Well, this may be a tricky question for some, since a lot of Westerners have tried to copy anime. Shows such as Castlevania, Ruby, and Airbender are not actually anime. They are children's cartoons with anime aesthetics. Adult gullible viewers watch these shows thinking they are actually cool, but fooling young and old into watching a show to make money is not the Japanese way. Anime is all about culture, story, content, and well-written characters. Just watch Feito Sutei Naito and you will know exactly what I mean. Now, let's take a look at some popular stuff that's on TV, and I'll show you why anime is more interesting and super sugoi. Let's take a look at Game of Thrones. A fantasy series featuring dragons, ice zombies, magic, and some boring characters with snooze-inducing dialogue. But SephirothSword57, you have to watch the whole first season to understand what the show is going for. Oh, I see what you're desperately trying to convey. But here is my counterpoint. Yes, my swordlings. Attack on Titan doesn't mess around. Like most anime, you only need to watch the awesome opening to see what AOT is all about. While Game of Thrones has these boring characters talking about CGI dragon and magic, Attack on Titan skips all the KSO bullshit and jumps straight into the action. Attack on Titan is also available on PlayStation 4. You might have also heard of a show called The Walking Dead, who tries to mimic a manga and a live-action anime, with zero success in Japan. That's because Westerners don't understand zombies and how they work in a fictional environment. Zombies cannot save you from boring characters and story. But SephirothSword57, I like zombies, and I want something awesome to watch. What do you recommend? Well, that is a good question. And here's my answer. Highschool of the Dead. Wow, that is what I'm talking about. A good story and well-written characters. Shoji Sato, the creator of this anime, also worked together with Koshi Rikudo, the creator of the comedy manga Excel Saga, which is one of my favorites. Another one of these popular shows that I keep hearing about is the abominable snooze fest that is Orange is the New Black. These Western shows never seem to understand the potential a prison setting has for some sugoi slapstick comedy. Like, for example, Prison School, with its unique take on the prison genre, taking place in a school environment. Comparing these two shows, Prison School has more humor, a great opening, a better female cast, and a heartwarming love story. There is no question about it. Good job, Japan Creative Staff Studio. The evidence that anime is superior to TV is everywhere. One of the popular shows of all time, Seinfeld, has only a puny 180 episodes. Now compare that to One Piece's 800 plus episodes of content. Not to mention, it's still going. Speaking of content, Firefly is a show that people are obsessed with. It takes place in space and was cancelled. Deal with it. But what about Bleach? That was also cancelled for some reason. My theory is that the Western film industry, with their habit of cancelling projects to build up hype, poisoned the Japanese into cancelling the Bleach anime. The difference here though is that I can continue the awesome Bleach experience through the manga, and you can't. Another really boring thing that people tend to watch on TV is sports. Why do people watch this? Due to the restriction of the physical reality, you can't see or understand what's going on in these ball games. But don't worry, my swordlings. Anime is here to save you. There are a ton, and I mean a ton, of great anime based on sports. The reason why these animes are so superior to the live action ones is because you get all these cool angles and a story to back it up. I look up to sportsmen like Sena Kobayakawa, Makunoichi Ippo, Kirino Shiba, Sayaka Miyata, and Hikaru no Go. I don't care about this Brett Hole guy. Now this last thing I'm gonna talk about is probably a little bit embarrassing for some. But since I'm an experienced grown-up and represent the Japanese community here in the West, it's important that I clear up this misunderstanding. My swordlings, porn and hentai are totally different things. You swordlings under the age of 18 are not old enough and should turn this video off. Don't worry, your day will come. Thank you for watching. Now I know a lot of you already know this, but it needs to be said. So what do I mean with porn and hentai being completely different? Think about it. Porn starts with a guy on his daily job. This could be a pizza delivery guy, a plumber, or a yoga instructor, also known as a yogi, on his way to help a customer, who just happens to be female. And there you go. They start having sexual intercourse, and that's about it. So what do we know about these characters? What characters? They have no backstory, which makes you not care for these characters at all. There's no motivation, which makes the sex scene feel out of place. And with horrible voice acting, what is there to enjoy? Now let's compare that to something out of the hentai genre. Which one should I pick? How about something that you swordlings have already seen? Bible Buraku. This is an old school classic about Taki Minase, an academy student who stumbled upon the book known as Bible Buraku, which leads to a lot of occult things in this romantic horror. We also have Minase's childhood friend, Kurumi Imari, who wakes up Minase every morning. She knows everything about Minase, and she is also a black belt holder in Shorinji Kempo, and is very tough. She is also good at cooking, and takes care of Minase when Yukiko is away. I don't want to spoil the story any further, but as you can see, I've only described 2 of the cast members, and we already have an interesting setup for a romantic comedy with a spooky twist. Hentai is not all about the sexual content, but they use the sexual content as a vehicle for creating an interesting tale. Hentais also have females of every kind, all representing classic character traits such as the kawaii dandere, the fierce tsundere, the exotic kemono mimi, the feline nekomusume, and the adorable dojiko. As you can see, hentai is no different than anime. It just adds another layer of entertainment. For grown-ups, of course. So there we go. I hope you learned something today. And be sure to subscribe for some similar content in the future. This has been SephirothSword57. I hope you have a good night, evening, morning, or day.